Hello, welcome everybody. It's Tom here from the Doctors Collective. Now, I've got a really exciting topic today. I'm really pumped up and a bit excited about this one. And you'll see from the title, it's going to get pretty exciting because I've been speaking to a lot of doctors lately, and the same thing keeps coming up. A lot of doctors are really misinformed about SEO and trying to use SEO to get you more patients. And I'm going to get into it in just a second, but the truth is that SEO is nothing more than a fancy party trick. In fact, an expensive party trick, because a lot of doctors are paying upwards of $500 a month for this service, which isn't really much of anything. It doesn't work. And AdWords as well is problematic. It sends you the wrong types of patients, and if it works at all as well. Now, AdWords is a lot better, but then the people that are already coming to you, it's too late at that point if they're looking at your AdWords. So I'm going to go into that in a bit more detail today, because again, this has been something that I've been coming up a lot. That's been coming up a lot, and I've been seeing a lot with a lot of doctors lately. And I want to clear some misconceptions about this. And I've got some notes here because I was really kind of pumped up about this, because a lot of doctors are being fleeced out of their money because they think that this SEO thing will somehow work. So if you don't know, SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's essentially a fancy word of saying how to get your website to the top of the Google search results. So if someone types in searches for for your company or for something related to your company, SEO promises to get your website to be number one. So it's the first thing that people see, so that then hopefully you're one of the first people they click, and then they go to you, and then they become your clients or patients. That's the promise of SEO. The problem is, it doesn't work. It's dead. SEO died in 2011. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work and why it died. Because I was involved with SEO back then. And I was doing it myself in our company. We hired others to help us with it as well. And we were SEOing the hell out of our websites, getting them to the top. And you know what? We ended up fooling Google and showing Google that our websites needed to go to the top, because essentially that's what SEO is. It's about fooling Google into thinking that you should be at the top, because you put special things on your websites and different little things and bits and pieces, so that the Google algorithm thinks, oh, look, this person has lots of backlinks. They have the right keywords on their website, so we're going to put them at the top. And this used to work until about 2011, when there were some major changes to Google's algorithm, and people lost $1 million businesses overnight. I had a couple of friends who were big into SEO. They had their websites up the top, and no, these weren't doctors. They were people in different niches, but their businesses disappeared overnight because Google knows what people are up to. They know, and they don't like it because it falsifies their search results. Okay, it means that people are seeing inaccurate search data, and that's a big deal, and it's a bad thing for Google. So they've been actively fighting this thing for years. Now I've got Instagram here, and I've got Facebook and YouTube here, but we're talking about why SEO is dead, and it's not going to help you. In fact, it's going to cost you a lot, and it's more of a party trick than anything else. Now, if you want to know more about this, we are running an event in a few weeks that actually goes into depth on marketing for doctors in a really effective way. And I'll put a link around this video so that you can come along, register for that if you want to know more about all of this and how to do it effectively. But back in 2011, okay, we're SEOing, doing all this stuff, and SEO essentially is a way of fooling Google into putting your website at the top. And then Google said, right, none of this. And they implemented what I think was the panda changes, or the penguin. They try and make them really kind of innocent sounding, but they weren't innocent at all, because people lost their businesses over it. But as a result, because they were trying to fool Google. So Google knows what's happening, and they punish them. A lot of these guys who are SEOing, their websites, one of two things happened. Either number one, they fell off the first page, and if you're not on the first page, you're pretty much not on Google. They went to the third, fourth, fifth pages, or they were banned completely. They were completely banned from Google searches, so that when people searched anything to do with that website, they didn't even come up on Google. So not only is SEO ineffective, it's also completely dangerous for your business if you're doing it, because these changes have been happening regularly. Now, since then, since those changes, Google searches have become more personalized and individualized. So what that means is that if I were to search a term in Google, if you did that exact same search for that exact same keyword, you'd get a completely different result, right? So it's individualized. So if I search, let's say I searched your company or your website in Google, it won't come up at the top, but yours will, because your search history involves a lot of searching your website and looking at your website and admiring it and things that are related to it. So it's going to come up higher in your search feed, right? And it's actually a really cool party trick when you go to your friends, your dinner guests, and you get them to search a keyword term in Google and see the different results that come up, right? And that's pretty much what SEO is, because it's personalized and individualized now. So any search result is based on that individual's preferences and search history. So if I'm not into a particular topic and you are, if you search for a related term, the websites on that topic will come up. For me, something completely different will come up, because Google's algorithm gives you what you want to see, what you're more likely to be interested in, which means that you can't trick the system, because if you were to do it, if you were to optimize this person's search history, you'd have to literally go onto their computer and type in the terms in their computer to try and optimize it and game the system. So you can't game the system and do it. SEO is dead. It doesn't work. And the people that are at the top of any kind of search, they started in this game 10, 20 years ago. Well, maybe not 20, but 10 or more, around that, years ago. And so it's not going to help you. SEO is not going to get you there. It's an expensive process of nothingness. You're better off just getting your friends to type in your main keywords of your website and searching for your website, and then that will rise. Your website will rise in their searches. You can't game the system. SEO doesn't work. But the thing is, the bigger problem here isn't SEO, right? The bigger problem is relying on Google to give you your clients and your patients. Because if people are searching for your keywords in Google, it's already too late. Because if they're searching for your keywords in Google, they're already price shopping and they're comparing you to everybody else. So you've already lost that game, and it's an uphill battle from there. And everybody's got the fancy pants websites with the descriptions of the doctors and the stuff and the things and the call to actions and the buttons and things. You're not going to compete on that. So if you're relying on Google, then you've already lost the game. You're already commodity where because people are not just going to pick your website and go with that. They're going to compare. They're going to look at all the other websites and look at obscure things, who knows what, to actually determine who's the better person for the job. And that's the problem with relying on Google. Now, AdWords is like that, but you pay for it. So AdWords is essentially where you get an ad and you put it, and Google puts it somewhere where someone is more likely to see it. So it's kind of like search engine optimization to get your website to the top of the listing, but you pay for it. Again, the problem with that is that people don't just click your one single ad out of the 15 others and go, yep, you're the person for me. No, they shop around, they compare, they look at everybody else. And you're a commodity on the shelf, and you're paying for the privilege of being a commodity, which is really painful. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of doctors are coming to us saying that SEO and AdWords aren't working for them and their website isn't getting much traction. They might get a few bits and bobs here and there, but it's not the what they've been promised. It's not the huge amount that they want, and it's not the right patients as well. Because the problem with the website is that it's kind of like a shop front. Okay, it's like a shop front where you set up shop and you sit there and you hope that somebody sees it. And the problem with that is that a shop front, at least there's foot traffic. A website, there are billions of websites out there. So the chance that someone will find yours are minuscule. And so then the whole SEO thing comes in and AdWords and try and pay for it. But the problem is that the website itself, because by virtue of being like a shop front, it just brings in anybody who will come through the door, anybody who kind of might be vaguely interested. And so you've got a lot of the tire kickers, the people that are wasting your time, who are not interested, not the right kind of patients, not the people you want to be dealing with, and the people that don't value or appreciate what you do, which is really disappointing because you've worked hard and you're incredible at what you do, and you do a great job and people love what you do, but the wrong patients are coming in, right? So what we need to be doing instead is imagine that we could capture them before they actually went to Google, right? Before they even went to Google, we got a hold of them. And if they did go to Google, they were searching you by name and they wanted to just find out a bit more about you, right? Different experience. What if we could get to them before they even realized that they needed what you were offering, so that when they make that realization, you're the go-to person because you helped them to have that breakthrough? Or what if we could get to them before they're looking at Google, but in a place where they're active regularly, and do so with a message that really speaks to them as human beings, and on an emotional level, where if they read that message, it'll stop them in their tracks, and anything else is drowned out by your message, by what you have to say. And we craft that message in a way that speaks to that individual, and they see that you know them, that you can help them, and that you're the obvious person to talk to, right? That is how we stand out. That is what we do here, what we do with all our private clients. And that is what you need to be doing. Work that into your strategy, into your systems, because if you can capture them before they even get there, you're ahead of the game and you're beating everybody else. And you're not spending thousands of dollars on websites that look really nice but don't really work that well, or doing the same cookie cutter thing that everybody else is, and again becoming a commodity on the shelf where people are comparing the prices and the things, where you know that you have what it takes, that you have the value, that what you are offering is what they need. So work that into what you're doing. Now, if you want some help in doing that, we're going to be running an event very soon in Sydney that'll show you how to start implementing this stuff. It'll show you how to do things in a different way to stand out from the others, and make sure that you are the obvious choice, you're the go-to person, and you're fulfilling the dreams, your dreams, and you're reaching your goals. So look out for the link around this video, and we'll be talking about that very soon as well. So all the best and enjoy.